The situation is getting heated and it looks like a big drama is going to happen. Some reports claim that Remy and Eazy the Block got into a furious dispute about the latest episode of Trauma EP, which started with Affliction. The Captain and Remy have also been talking about Remy's love for Papoose all the time. And they share their thoughts with everybody who will listen. But the tension didn't stop there. There was a furious altercation in the car after the Captain publicly questioned Remy's allegiance. The situation becomes even more chaotic when you believe that Remy's irritation with Papa's new lover exacerbates things. In case you missed it, here's the scoop. This wasn't an abrupt explosion. It had been building for a while. It seems that Remy has been using coping mechanisms to deal with Papoos's new relationship for months. Stay tuned, this isn't finished yet, because the entire issue is about to blow up and could explode out at any moment. Finally, after weeks of stress, Remy snapped. The gossip was painful. Things definitely took a turn for the worse when Papoose made their breakup public by sharing a Father's Day selfie of himself with his daughter, Captain, following the revelation that Remy had cheated on him with an easy-to-get-along underground rapper. Then, as if something important had happened, Remy suddenly disappeared from social media, shocking everyone. Eazy and Remy started spending more time together after the dust settled, but now what will happen? Is this the beginning of something more significant? Or will Remy and Eazy's brief relationship come to an end? There is still a great deal of drama ahead of us. Even though Remy was spotted lending a hand behind the scenes, things suddenly became nasty following an encounter with rapper G. Gotti didn't hold back when he revealed the reason behind Remy and Eazy's close bond and even called out her complex relationship with him. Remy didn't hold back when GTI accused him of cheating on Papoose, the man who had supported her for years. Papo was the one who stood by her side through everything and helped her while she was imprisoned. When Papo seemed to subtly concur with the claims that Remy had cheated rather than flatly rejecting them, the situation took a wild turn. Rumors of Remy's adultery were spreading like wildfire, and G. Gotti's heated comments only made things worse. Everyone thought that because Remy was so well known, she would immediately refute the allegations. But now that silence isn't usually a sign of weakness, it definitely caused some people to take notice. The drama intensified once the Block made a statement as if that weren't enough. Soon after, another individual who had been seen with Remy became involved in the narrative. And more rumors started after their identities were made public. To make things more confusing, some major media sources even went so far as to say that Remy was in a polyamorous relationship. Furthermore, Remy's strong relations with several individuals were criticized, which fueled the flames. It's clear that things are far from resolved as the plot keeps going in different directions. You won't want to miss how things become even stranger, so keep an eye out for much more. Initially, Remy tried to deny that anything was happening. However, as more news outlets started to cover it, the facts could no longer be kept a secret. Remy supposedly revealed yet another shocking revelation a few weeks ago, saying that she had been dating boxing champion Clarissa Shields. If you found it startling, hold on, it gets worse. What little relationship she had left with Clarissa was shattered when Remy posted a screenshot of Papoose with his new girlfriend and added a savage comment. "I can't get Papoose to leave my apartment after he fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa Shields." The two women got into a heated argument, and Clarissa even threatened to harm Remy if they ever crossed paths again. Even though Remy is according to reports, the moment Clarissa heard Remy's voice, she hung up on her. Everyone was shocked by the entire situation. Now that the truth is out, Remy's world appears to be collapsing. This drama is far from ended, so stay tuned. When Remy noticed that Papoose was seeing someone else, she was unable to control her annoyance. Her recent outbursts of rage are difficult to ignore, and it's obvious that she's still furious over their breakup because she was the one who initially cheated on him. She can't seem to cope with the fact that he's gone on and found peace with someone else. After all of the drama with Clarissa, she is incensed that he is content without her. Remy came minutes after the performance started, and the crowd went berserk, clearly thrilled to see the block captain take the stage at an open event. But what followed was totally unanticipated. Despite Remy's continued relationship with Eazy, the block captain, she was unable to avoid the drama that developed. People began criticizing her for messing with Papoose as soon as a video of the incident went public. Remy wasn't prepared for the intense criticism. She immediately said yes to a challenging question, hoping that things wouldn't grow worse. Sources claim that Eazy believes Remy is exploiting him and not giving him the deference he merits. Everything appeared to go out of control as soon as Remy started berating Papoose for moving on. Her friendship with Papoose. Karma may be catching up with Remy after she betrayed Papoose by moving on with Eazy while they were still together, and things are getting more intense. The notion that Remy cheated on Papo has infuriated many, and fans are discussing this. Considering how much he loved and supported her, many people think she ought to have treated him better. Some even think this is why people are scared of dating ladies from New York. Many supporters have clearly been dismayed by Remy's conduct. Remy appears to be having difficulties at the moment, perhaps as a result of a betrayal or a midlife crisis. What is the true narrative behind the drama that we have all witnessed? Let's switch topics and discuss 50 Cent. His life is considerably more nuanced than it seems. Shanika Tompkins, his girlfriend, kissed him in 1996. Papoose was one of her worst choices in retrospect. His public persona isn't as distinct as some may believe. Some people question whether Remy utilized him to help her get over Papoose or whether he's genuinely handsome. Everything seemed to be going smoothly after they gave birth to their son, Maris, but over time, their relationship and the connection of their family started to suffer. Although 50's relationships, especially with his children, are anything but simple. He grew closer to his younger son by the time his relationship with his oldest son, Maris, started to deteriorate. Maris regarded his father as a superhero when he was small, but as he became older, that all gave way to disappointment. Their father-son relationship was in severe turmoil by 2008, when things were legal, and it never entirely recovered. In 2008, 50 Cent was so incensed when Maris was seen with Kenneth, Supreme's son, that he wrote on the internet that he wouldn't care if a bus struck both Maris and Mick Griff's son. This was an obvious sign of how strained their relationship had become. Maris made things worse by continuing to associate with individuals his father disapproved of, and by making disparaging remarks about him on social media. Their relationship was exacerbated by the fact that neither father nor son was willing to compromise. The relationship is more convoluted and poisonous. Even though 50 Cent was paying $6,700 in child support every month, Maris has consistently said that his objective was to spend time with his father, 50 Cent, rather than to obtain money. Although 50 Cent claimed that social media wasn't the best place to make amends, Maris was more concerned with mending their relationship than with making money. Without his phone number, Maris attempted to reach his father directly on social media but was barred. Maris started putting out music in the interim in an attempt to forge route and get away from the shadow of his well-known father. 50 Cent has always had a different relationship with his second son, Sire, than he does with his oldest son, Maris. Despite the challenges with Maris, 50 appeared to be closer to his younger son, Sire. His mother, Daphne, however, announced on social media in March 2024 that she was done having children. This demonstrates the complexity of familial relationships. Daphne claimed that the abuse she had experienced had crushed her heart and that 50 Cent's denial of the abuse charges only made their already strained relationship worse. Things didn't calm down, though, and 50 Cent even seemed to be attempting. To obtain complete custody of Sire, the media quickly took notice of what had begun as a private problem. And it was no longer just about court battles. It was now widely reported. 50 Cent's life has been filled with challenging experiences that have molded him into the person he is today. He is not only well known for his music and notoriety, but also for the struggles he has endured. His conviction for minor vandalism was one of the turning points in his life.